What's up, guys? How are you doing today? I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope your day is going well. I hope you started your day very good, because someone like me, I slept a whole lot today, but not like I woke up late, but I didn't wake up as early as I used to. So for today, we'll be talking about how I overcame failure, and also how I saw myself as a failure and how I had to work towards changing that mindset. So if you're new here, hit that red subscribe button, turn on your post notification. If you're old here, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. One thing I've understood about failure is that it has a way of changing your mindset. It has a way of taking from who you are to someone else. So failure basically change your perspective about life. Aside from teaching you a lesson or teaching you lessons from life or helping you understand how to do things the better way, or aside from helping you learn from your mistakes, right? Failure also has a way of changing your mindset. It helps you see things differently. It makes you see things differently. It helps you understand things differently. So my own story about failure, I don't say it's failure, but it's just a situation whereby I had to do something over and over again because I was trying to get a particular result. Do you get? So I was trying to get this particular result in an exam that I wrote, and it took me a long time before I got what I wanted. So I got the score I wanted to move forward, but that wasn't what I wanted. I wanted something better. So it made me continue writing this particular exam. And each time I wrote this exam, I became frustrated. I became devastated. In as much as I was learning from my mistakes, in as much as I look back and I see my mistakes and I'm like, oh, I'm actually doing better, right? So I probably write the exam now and I'll get 2 score higher. I'll get 3 score higher next time. I'll just I go up the ladder. It's not like I'm failing, that I'm not getting better or anything. I was getting better, but it wasn't with the speed I wanted. You get? So I wanted to get better, but I needed a particular speed. I needed a particular pace, because, man, we all know the time is not waiting for anybody. So I wanted to get this particular score, and I needed it to be really fast. So every time I wrote this exam, and when I say I'm writing this exam, it's not like it was free. I had to pay for it. So I'm paying for this exam. I'm entering the exam hall. You see people, they are coming out. They're like, yeah, I got it. I got what I wanted. But each time I go in, I come out, I'm devastated. I'm frustrated. I'm sad. So it just changed my mindset about myself. I began to see myself as a failure. I began to see myself as someone that cannot make it, or that cannot come out with a positive result, because I knew how much I was putting in. I spent literally all day studying. I studied and studied. I studied my eyes out. I mean, it was hard for me. So since the results I was seeing and looking at others that weren't even putting so much effort getting to what they wanted to get to in just one sitting, and me, I have to retake the exam every time, it was so sad and it was so annoying. So, but one thing I understood from it was that we all have different pace, right? We all have different pace. We all grasp things differently. So you don't have to push yourself to be like someone else, because the thing is that we are all different. We are all made up of different brain cells. We are all made of different mind and mindset and everything. So in as much as I was broken, in as much as I was sad and devastated, I still had the urge to do better. So all these things made me develop resistance. It made me understand life better. It made me sit back, analyze my life, and found out a way to make things better for myself. I want us to begin to understand that failure is a part of life, right? So in as much as we don't want to fail, nobody wants to fail, we all pray for success, but we have to understand that there are some situations whereby you need to fail for you to get better. So being a failure is devastating. It's sad, I must tell you. It's very, very sad. It's very, very devastating. But we have to understand that sometimes it is needed for you to get better. It's needed for you to do better. It's needed for you to do things the better way. So I don't know, is there any situation where you have failed? Is there any time you have failed in a particular thing? Just write it down in the comment section. Tell us the area where you failed, or where you've tried as much as possible to get the result you want. want, but it's as if it's not forthcoming. So just put in the comment section below and let us hear from your own experience. So going back to the story, I know that every time I wrote the exam, I come out from the exam hall, I go home, and I go home happy because I know that probably I did a little better this time around in my head. But when I see the results, it's as if there's something that changed the result before it gets to me. So like, I didn't get what I was looking for, and I felt like it was as if they were changing the results and everything. So I wake up, I check the result, I cry, I literally cry all day. I cry, and when I'm done crying, I sleep in the morning. I wake up with my swollen eyes and I start studying. So I might just take maybe a week break or a weekend, take the weekend off, then I start studying the next week. But like, I had to put in a lot of effort because I told myself one thing. I've seen my parents struggle to put me through school. I've seen my parents do so much work to ensure that I get a better future. So I can't just give up like that, right? I tell myself I can't just be ordinary. I can't just be someone that just accepts failure like that and I'm like, oh, it's because I failed, so what else can I do? Nope. I told myself I can't. That cannot be me. I cannot be someone that just gives up easily. So I put in my effort. I keep working because I know what I want and I fight towards getting what I want. So basically, some of the things I learned from not getting what I wanted to get is that there is room for improvement, right? So you did it this time around and you didn't get it right this time. You try another strategy. If it doesn't work, you try another strategy. If it doesn't work, so keep trying out new strategies, and you realize that as you keep trying out new strategies, you learn from your mistakes, and it gives you more reasons or more ways where you can do things better. So the fact that you made mistake in this is just you learning one more way to do something a better way. So another thing I learned is increase mistake, more lesson learned, the better result. So if you make a mistake, you learn your lesson from the mistake. So you learn that this is not working for me, or this is not part of things that work for me, and the better result you get. So you get a better result, and when you get this better result, as I said earlier, you help people in such a way that they don't have to make the same mistake you made. So if people don't have to make the same mistake you made, then that means we are helping, we are improving the world. Yeah. So it also made me understand the value of people. So it made me understand that people are important when it comes to climbing the ladder of success. And it also made me understand that there are several pathways to success. So there's no set pathway to success. Yes, there is. You can say, oh, this is the way someone else went to and the person got it. You can also follow your own pathway and you get the result you want to get. So there are several pathways, right? So different pathways can work for different people. Next, I'll be talking about how I overcame this failure per se, generally. So one thing I understood about not being able to get what you want to get, because I'm trying not to put it as failure, so not being able to get what you want to get at the speed or at the rate which you want to, is that hard work is important. So hard work is equal to success. There's no shortcut to success if not hard work. So I can't be successful if I don't put in the work. And the next thing I always do is reminding myself why I started. The thing is that there are so many reasons why we don't want to do anything. So there are so many reasons why I sleep and I say I don't want to wake up and do anything. There are so many reasons why I decide in the morning that, oh, I don't want to do anything, I'm tired. There are so many reasons to give up. But the thing is that you have to understand why you started in the first place. So when I was starting med school, I saw my parents putting a lot of effort, putting a lot of financial effort, emotional support, finances. A lot of things was put in for me to get to the point where I'm getting to, or for me to get to the point where I am looking at getting to. So I cannot just give up. I cannot just have a mindset of any other regular person, because I know that this is what I want to get, and for me to get it, I have to understand the reason why I started. So why did you start in the first place? So just find out why you started and let that motivate you do better. So understanding who you are, understanding where you're coming from, understanding where you want to get to is very, very important. So the next one is being patient through the process. So patience is one of the very, 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 very important virtue you need in order to stand tall. Because one thing I've understood is that if you don't have patience with yourself, you cannot be successful if you don't have patience. Because most times we are so much in a hurry. You have to understand that patience is very, very important. That's why the world exists, because is needed. So there are a lot of things. You write your plans. Writing out your plans is very, very important. And when you write out your plan, as you write out your plan, you have to understand that anything can happen, right? So in my mind, when I started med school, I was like, okay, by this time next year, by this time so and so year, I'll be done. But nah, it didn't work like that. So we have to understand that patience is very, very important. If I wasn't patient with myself, I would have quit or I would have given up. When you want to get results, it's very, very important to be patient with yourself and with the process. The next one is be optimistic. I've already spoken about people and the role they play when it comes to being successful. So people are very important. The people you choose, the circle you choose people that will encourage you, choose people that will always stand by you and understand you, choose people that will not judge you, choose people that will tell you the right words, or not really tell you the right word, tell you when you're making mistake and correct you with love. So we have to be optimistic, we have to be open-minded, try not to complain too much. Complaining has a way of like taking you from 100 to 0. So even if I wanted to do something positive and I begin to complain, it just changes my mind, it changes my perspective, it just makes me feel down. Believe that whatever you start is going to be successful and you're going to make it. So the next one is be innovative. Try and think, bring up new ideas. So the more you bring up new ideas, the fresher your results get. So bring up new innovative ideas. Let every time you sit back and you're thinking, let it be an idea that is going to change the world. So it might not happen ASAP, as soon as possible, it might not happen immediately, but we have to understand that it's going to happen. So the more you believe in your dreams being possible, the more you believe in your dreams coming through, is going to come through. So be optimistic, be open-minded, be innovative, come up with great ideas that will change your life, ideas that will change the life of people around you. You might not start making it from as soon as you started. Yeah, you're going to give it time for it to kick off, but like always think, be a very, very inquisitive person, be a very, very good thinker. So the last one is don't lose your self-confidence, don't lose your self-esteem. Don't look down on yourself, don't let your guards down, don't look down on yourself. Basically, don't look down on yourself, because sometimes we look and we're like, things are not working, I think it's me. You begin to blame yourself, you begin to throw all the tantrums on yourself, you begin to look down on yourself and all that. Let it not be. Give yourself time. So continue to believe in yourself, don't look down on yourself, don't let people look down on you, because most times when we start looking down on ourselves, we give people opportunity to say anything they want to say to us. Be open-minded and don't let failure rob you of your success. Okay, so that'll be it for today. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you being here. You can check my website, the link will be in the description box below. You can follow me on all my social media handles, everything will be in the description box below.